Hi guys, namaste to all. And today also I came here right now. I'm standing in front of you. Today is a little bit somewhat like it's a short poem, a little bit longer than before. And today's topic of my poem, I think those who are the lover of poetry of mine, I think you have already seen a lot of my earlier version of my poetry, and I already told you it is the lost generation poetry. It can be a different depictions, and today is the Tuesday, but today I came because I have my vacation from tomorrow, so I'll be uploading at least 5 to 10 poetry, maybe 5 to 10 poetry within 3 to 4 days. Okay, and during the days we need to work hard, and other works we have an schedule. So the message of this poetry is a dream of a poet looking through inward eye, a dream of a poet looking through an inward eye, that is Heidegger inner being, the ideal concept, that is design. If I go on expressing about design, it would take a long time. Just I have taken from the time and being. And since time immemorial, the world had been like a jail of mankind. Everywhere there is chaos and anarchism, like Alexander Pope's poem, Dunsit. Whether you have read or not, we have to go through the lot of, things. But anyway, those who are those who are senior to us, teach us that if I have done any kind of error or something, you know, every being is not perfect in the world. Everybody does make a mistake. And I have been telling you, it is not like in the pattern wise, but the contents in it should have. Thank you. Just referring this one, just it took me like a 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Let me read the poem. So today's topic of the poem is Wolf's Howl. Wolf's Howl. This is a symbolical, meaningful. After having read, I would like to explain myself to my best so that our individual, either from the lower background or even simple people, could be able to grasp the contents in it, the meaning. Thank you. Let me start, and because it is a little bit lengthy one, longer than the other ones. There are so many other long poems are behind, which I have not so far recited. But today I'll read little bit slower because they have already told me if you could, because the lang and parole, the language, the ordered in a poetry, the syntactical order is different from others writing. So let me read the poem, and I will try my best to explain you later. Let me read the topic is Wolf's Howl, WOLVES, Wolf's Howl, SOWL. Okay. Wolves howl at night, thundering the silence in dark. They growl in ten, devour in one, at such an awful, terrible bite. Once again. Wolves howl at night, thundering the silence in dark. They growl in ten, devour in one, in such an awful, terrible bite. Second stanza. The jungle of Russian wolves saw I running down the dales. The jungles of Russian wolves saw I running down the dales, one at the top, others at valleys. Uttered they mournful sounds of high, in such a loneliness, peace of rest. The jungles of Russian wolves saw I running down the dales, or one at the top hill, others at valleys, we can say, uttered the mournful sounds of high in such a loneliness piece of rest. Third, I tried to glance north, saw new birth of crescent moon, slowly lights of reflections round, turned everything into silver woon. I tried to glance north, saw new birth of crescent moon, slowly lights of its reflections round, turned everything into silver moon. Fourth, all centipedes and millipedes at rest, with my binocular I did it best. All centipedes and millipedes at rest, with my binocular I did its best. Sharp sounds of nostalgic tone of Robin Hood heard. Sharp sounds of nostalgic tone of Robin Hood heard. Haunted beast of mine never before tasted. Haunted beast of mine never before tasted. Roll tears with a painful grief, finishing not till it completely diminished. Roll tears with a painful grief, finishing not till it completely diminished. 5. My fathomless inner psyche dwelled, my fathomless inner psyche dwelled, hard to its surroundings quelled, my fathomless inner psyche dwelled, hard to its surroundings quelled, heart melted, never moved at boiled, in such Jukon company with tranquility. Heart melted, never moved at boiled, in such Jukon company with tranquility. Next page. 6. As I lost not barn, as I lost at hot barn, dream of fairies circled me. As I lost at hot barn, dreamed of fairies circled me. Some conferred honey, others sweet, surrounded close lilian beads. Some conferred honey, others sweet, surrounded close lilian beads. Nursed they like a motherly care, fed like a cuckoo's pair, left in open with a nightmare. Nursed they like a motherly care, fed like a cuckoo's pair, left in open with a nightmare. 7th, thought I such only in myths, underworld possess such supernatural evils. Thought I such only in myths, underworld possess such supernatural evils. 18th century Coleridge me here at 21 first. If this is predicted in my contemporaries, all they emerge into burst. Thought I such only in myth, underworld possess such supernatural evils. 18th century Coleridge, S.T. Coleridge, me here at 21 first. If this is predicted in my contemporaries, all they emerge into burst. 8. Last stanza also. Down the valley saw I a stream, Shadows of 50 stood for cremation. Down the valley saw I a stream. Shadows of 50 stood for cremation. Pinch my flesh as if I had a dream. Nay, wrong was I, there lay truth. Pinch my flesh as if I had a dream. Nay, wrong was I, there lay the truth. Some rays with candles, woman with brightening bangles. Some rays with candles, womaning with brightening bangles. Some mourned with unknown tones. Some mourned with unknown tones. Other comforted with their brides. Other comforted with their brides. Okay, I have completed reciting my poem. Guys, if you are, please write your comment also. If you want to write a comment, please, there is a box, and what could be done, because I have already gave the message in the beginning, you can just see the message, because reading plus saying took me 11 minutes or 12 minutes. It might take longer than that, because I need to go for an explanation. An explanation that can make you more to listen, because I would like to add something. I would like to take some time today, some few minutes. Even like, for example, if you are listening from America or wherever you are, or Europe or London, wherever, even Germany, wherever you are, it is not in the Facebook or the TikTok or wherever Instagram uploading. It is in YouTube. So my first uploading will be in YouTube, then will also go to the Facebook, Instagram, wherever I like, otherwise not. And then, so I would like to add something more, because we or I as a being, I used a design, but I don't want to add here, because it would take a long time, like 1-2 hours to speak about like a philosophy of Heidegger. So we'll be talking later. I thought of doing that, but I have already told you number of poems, number of times that regarding about poetry. I do not have to say, because those who have listened know it. That's why some of the poets of earlier version, they just read and they try to they throw the explanation by themselves. But I don't want. I don't know who may be, because tomorrow I will be not on earth, because we are mortal beings. So no one can live forever. That's why I'm leaving this poetry. Though my daughter has vowed me to publish this poetry, because how long I don't know, because I have been writing, because today also I have been writing longer than poetry, because regarding wars and wars. This is the genre of wars. Since 2000, after the Second World War, we have peace in the middle, but right now also going and going. What is the, racial, what can I say, the power who are in the, in the cabinet, or the extremism due to different sects. We, the poet, we don't deny. We can write what we see without any, monopoly, or what you call distinction between what is bad and what is good. But what we see, we write. Like the poet E. Cummings. Last time I told you Buffalo Bills. So this Wolf's Howl is a symbolical poem. It's a wolf's howl. In the night time, if I would say, like, let me see in Nepali, ooh, ooh. Sometimes in the wilderness, you can hear the wolf howl. That is a very bad sign. In our language, in our community, if a crow comes sometimes because they said like kak like crow, then there are kind of bad omen. They used to say. I don't know. I don't believe in that, but our ancestors, like our forefathers and old people, used to say. But I don't know. Oh, wolves is like in our language it's called a boaso, but wolves you know very well. Those who are learning, I don't know. Have to howl is a cry. No, I don't know what to say. Now let me explain the first paragraph, thought, second thought, four, and I'll try my best to complete within 10 minutes or 13 minutes. Okay, it would take like maybe 30, maybe 15 minutes has already gone. Wolves howl at night, thundering the silence in dark. They growl in ten, devour in one at such an awful, terrible bite. Now I'm telling you, the wolves is also trying to refer here as a person, as a dictatorship of the nation. Like in the war, right? This poem has been written in the like might have been written like I don't know exact date, but it was written like 15 years ago. It is just compiled here in the pages. 15 years ago, when I was there in the third country, like in Nepal, as a refugee camp, when I was thrown out of my nation, Bhutan. So I started writing. So wolves howl at night, thundering silence in the dark. Thundering, ooh, they make a in the silence in the dark. They growl in ten, terror in one, at such an awful, terrible bite. You know, the wolves come and they can attack the prey, P-R-E-Y, food, prey for them. They were large number and they attack and devour in one in such an awful means terrible, bad bite. This reference also go to those who have understood already. It reference to go to the Ukraine versus Russian war. Okay, though I have written already the recent version directly, but this is a symbolical one. Any war can be they can relate it to reference go to that terrible things. Wolves are the invaders, and like wolves can eat like anything like deer, bear, whatever they eat deer, anything like innocents. So they are like these are the one who is victimized is called referred to as Ukraine here. It is not between Israel and Hamas. They have a different point. We'll talk later. Second stanza. The jungles of Russian wolves saw I running down the dells, one at the top hill, others at a vales, utter the mournful sounds of high in such a loneliness of peace of rest. As you know very well, in the night time everything seems look peace. There is no much sound of bus and car, only in the cities, but in the rural areas, for example, in the countryside, here is a county you say, but we say rural, where there is in a village side, we don't find the people shouting and running. So I saw the running down the dells, one at the tops, other at the vales, uttered the mournful sounds of high in such a loneliness of peace. These wolves refer to a dictatorship, trying to running out of peace, and they are making a lot of noise, and the people are bewildered, or they were scattered, or they were afraid of being. Third, I tried to glance north, saw a new birth of crescent moon, slowly lights up its reflections round, turned everything into silver un. The word here un refer to the John Keats. I don't know how far you have read the Ode in Aggression un. My mind has reflected, goes to the Ode on Aggression un. It's a very beautiful poem, pre-romantic poet they are. We'll talk about John Keats later, okay, and how he died. And I have used the word, I have referred the one word of the un. It's like a beauty of art of depiction, okay. So I try to glance north, saw no new birth of Christian moon. You know the shape of Christian is like a like a this shape. Afghan not oval like exactly. Christian moon slowly lights up its reflections round, turn everything into silver. So, as a poet, we have to say that a Christian moon is there, but having looked, observed for times and time and again, slowly can become a round in shape. That symbolizes the I want peace, but there is no peace on earth. Remember, my friend, and turned everything into silver. Silver is a shining, silver color. Slowly, silently, now the moon walks the night in a silver sun. See, those the nature poet, but we are diverted in from nature to back to it's a totally devastating. Earth is no more like a peace, like as in wars of in time. It's not like an wars in time. Thank my son has done. Don't disturb me. He's reading grade 4, but he's doing his best. He is chosen from his class for the first time. He's going to debate there in Vanderbilt, here in Nashville, on Saturday. He knows. Thank you. But in our time, we are like wild. Fourth, all centipedes and millipedes at race with my binocular. I did its best. Sharp sounds of nostalgic tone of Robin Hood heard. Taunted beast of my neighbor before tasted. Rolled tears with a painful grief, finishing not till it completely diminished. Oh my God, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines are very drastic. All centipedes and millipedes are the centipedes, millipedes, you know it very well. I don't want to use, but sometimes it might be difficult. It's a small creature, like small snake, like which you cannot see by your naked eye, but you have to use your microscope. With my binocular, I did my best. I used my binocular looking. What happened? Sharp sound of nostalgic tone of Robin Hood. Robin Hood is a bird. I could hear the sound of Robin Hood in disturbance. Wanted beast of my neighbor before tasted. So those hunted beasts like wolf or the tiger, whatever you can, roll tears with a painful, then grip, finishing not till it completely. Now as a poet, I was just looking and everything tear down. And there is a painful grip, finishing not till it completely diminishes. Everything is finished. Everything is by eaten. Refers to the. Please refer to your. Open to your channel, channel, and see the latest news. What happened to Ukraine and Russia? I feel pity on Ukraine because of a tiny pen. Thousands and thousands they have helped. I don't want to. I don't have. I don't have even for example, people say, "Oh, Zelensky, I want to meet." No, I wrote number of times to them. They know me, Dips, as a poet. But I am a helper also. I read politics, but I don't want to involve in politics. 50th stanza. My fathomless inner psyche dwelled, heart to its surrounding quelled, heart melted, never move at boil, in such Zunkarkan with tranquility. It was my fathom inner psyche dwelled. Now it is dwelling hard, my inner psyche. Heidegger's being, time and being, if you have read, there is also an I, but it takes a long time. So I am standing here, I'm a big guy. There are other eyes, beings, those who are controlling us. That's why we think, we remember. These are the things. So my fathom inner psyche inside dwelled. I work hard to its surrounding quelled. Everything, whatever I see, everything has been quelled. Quelled, encircled, what you can saw. My heart melted. never move egg boil in such Zukon company with tranquility. I was in tranquility, I was in peace of rest, but suddenly it happened. What happened when October 7, when the Hamas attacked Israeli, when they were in all in the morning, they were celebrating their festivals. All of a sudden, now right now there are so many, now they are protesting against the Israeli women are like sexism, this thing and that, they are making new this is nuisance, this is nonsense, also nuisance also. So extremists, they can kill the people. They say themselves that we are godly people and the others are people are infidels. They are unbelievers. So sad. How you teach the gurus. You might be looking at YouTube and read it. It is very nuisance. Reading only one sec or for example, that will not help. Today, my dear, I will take little of time because this is a mythical as well as reference to every predictions. If you analyze wolves, what does the wolves refer to? I think this one is one of my greatest poems among all the poetry in my volumes. 450, now it is going to be 465. New poems are being coined inside. Number 6. As I lost at hot barn. No, I was like as if I'm lost everything. I haven't seen all this collapse. No, I'm using animal as a beast. As I lost at hot barn. Barn is a farm. As I lost, I was lost. Dreamed of fairies encircled me. And then suddenly I got unconsciousness. Consciousness, somebody, even the Durga who is very now agitating in Nepal, he used to say conscious. Man said conscious, but he says something like that. People are conscious, but I don't know how they are saying. Dream of fairies encircled me. Damn, the fairies, fairies, angels, I'm telling you. Fairies encircled me, some conferred honey, others sweet, surrounded close, laying beads. Nurse they like a motherly care, fade like a cuckoo's pear, left in open without a mirror. Now this is, the poetry is very complex, I'm telling you. It has many things to say within this 6 stanza also. As I lost at a palm bar, and suddenly having seen every scenery, lost everything, eaten by the wild beasts like the wolves. I was lost at a hot barn in a farm in the summertime when there is a harvesting season, whether you know or not, but I was brought up in a rural areas, a countryside where we used to grow crops like a paddy, and we have to accumulate in one place. Is very hot at the time. Dream of fairies and circle me. At that time, there are beautiful ladies and all came. They conferred. They gave me honey, sweet honey. My lips are all dried up and conferred some other sweets. Some gave me sweets also to eat. Surrounded clothes, lalin beads. Oh my God, lalin is a cloth. Hey, not lalin is as it is like Karl Marx follower. Lalin is a cloth, a kind of silk cloth, beads, small beads, embroidered there. Nurse they like a motherly care, fed like a cuckoo's bear. Now I'm saying I have been nursed like a motherly care. Oh baby, you eat this thing and that, and also eaten. They have fed me like a cuckoo. Cuckoo is a bird. So cuckoo pair, how do they feed their children, the babies, baby birds? You can't. I am a very good observer looking at the baby birds. I like it. They fed me like that, but suddenly left in open with a nightmare. I was burst up suddenly. There was nothing. 7th, thought I such only in myths. Am I in myth? You know myth, you know myth, myth. Myth means the old legends that can be true or false, the stories of myth. So this poetry will, after like maybe 100 years or 200, it will become a myth, because now the numerous people they have been writing, only few will have been coined. For example, in the Bible, many in a Hebrew language. First, they have been written by American Hebrew. They have written in oak scroll. You know scroll, long scroll. Those who read, I don't know how they, the writers in the Bible, how they wrote about Adam and how they make a myth into a historical events and this thing and that. I don't know how. Maybe the power of God, or I don't know why, but it is very systematically written. And even I have a Tripitaka, or I don't know everything. But even there is I believe in, the Holy Spirit. But might be after Solomon. Solomon has written by himself the book of Solomon. That is the Testament of Solomon. And the book of, what do you call? What is the other book called? I don't know. Enoch, book of Enoch, which have been not been, included in Bible. Even the book of Esther, I also not Esther. Sorry, I don't know. Mary Magdalene also has written as this. So they have found in this scroll. I don't know, but they have coined there, and the religious book from the Islam and this Christianity from the Old Testament, they are not in coincident. Some are there, some are not, and because of that, the war is still there. This is the most deadly, the most poisonous. That is why Marx, as a Jew, once he predicted religion is a poison. Why? Because he was frustrated. So, thought I not in the myth, the underworld now. It was just a nightmare. Now, seventh novel. Thought I such not only in myth, underworld possess such supernatural evils. I'm telling you. Underworld. The underworld means hates, H-A-D-E-S. Such supernatural evils. Because I have seen outside. Now, oh my God, I'm saying 18th century Coleridge make me here at 21st century. I am 21st century, but 18th century, 1700 something as Coleridge, S.T. Coleridge, he also wrote. All curtain falls because of chaos and anarchism, such and such. Oh my God, S.T. Coleridge. You have to go reference to the Coleridge, okay? 18th century Coleridge, me here at 21st century poet. If this is predicted in my contemporaries, all they immerse into boss. Right now, my dear friends, those who are hearing from wherever you are, you might be somewhere else, like in a Harvard University, whatever you are. But if you don't immerse inside the text analysis, whatever you are hard or whatever, or hardboard or in Belmont, I am here. I'm doing as a small job there. You don't have a knowledge. You don't have the wisdom. Some people say, "Oh, I'm product from Harvard." No. So those who are here, wherever you are in Cambridge, wherever you are, Harvard, Coimbatore, I don't care. What I am saying is that if this is predicted in my contemporaries, my right now, my people, those who are my fellow beings, all they immerse into boss. They will know, they will come to know. Once again, I'm telling you, this poem has written something like 15 years ago, might be. I don't know. I don't have exact. I just write because many of my poems have already been ruined. That has been ruined by like Abraham Lincoln, one of a friend's book. As a immigrant, we lost, yeah. But some of them are preserved. Last line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines are there in last. Okay. Down the valley saw I a stream. Shadows of 50 stood for cremation. Down the valley saw I a stream. Stream is a water moving. Shadows of 50 stood for cremation. You know the cremation? Some people died. This 50 stood for a cremation means maybe 50 millions or 50,000 you can refer to. As a poet, I'm saying you like a e-comics, Buffalo Bills defunct. In few of my poems before, I have already told you, no need to say. Those who have learned, those who have heard, you can read it. Down the valley saw I a stream. Shadows of 50 stood for cremation. Not a funeral party, it's a cremation means making a bed of like a dead man. When the people died in war. See the cremation of how many people are lying on the floor of either in the land of Ukraine or in Russia. Remember that. It's a very, very pathetic scene, this one. That's why I read this poem. It takes me time, little bit. Down the valley I saw a stream, river flowing, but at the side of the stream, shadows of 50 stood for cremation. There are so many people cremation, they are making the, graveyard, in other words. Graveyard, I'm telling you. Pinched my flesh as if I had a dream. And then, everything I saw before, this and that, I have been fed by like a fairies and all, and oh my God. Am I dreaming? I just questioned myself. Pinch means like, hey, I'm dreaming. Oh, I got a heart in my body because, sensation, there is a sensation. In a simple language, there is a 5 senses we used to read, no? I got a sensation as if I had a dream. If I have a dream, I don't have any problem. I said, they're saying, the poet is saying, nay, means no. Wrong was I, there lay truth. There lay the truth. I was late because I got hot when I pinched. I got pinched. Wrong I was, there lay the truth. There lies the truth. Oh, I am in the world. Okay, there lays the truth. Some rays with candles. Some people, their own language. No? Like the Lamas, the Buddhists, the Christian, they put their own like law, Jesus like, and maybe Muslims, they can pay their own like rights, right? RITs, different sects. Among only the big sect, but there are thousands and millions of sects. I have been involved, seeing even the jungles of Africa. The people, they also have a faith. When they have a faith, they become human beings. I would like to repeat again. When they have a faith in God or goddesses, what they follow, they are human beings. When they are indulged too much with the power or the religious activities, they have been captured by the demons, which in the book of the Testament of Solomon, in the last hour of his death, he wrote, let the people know. Because of that, people did not include that book in the Bible. Listen, those who are listeners, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have a little time. Nay, wrong was I, there was lay the truth. Some rays with candles, women with brightening bangles. They have a brightening bangle. This woman referred to because because of, oh my God, thank God. Do you think how many people, do you think which counterpart died more in either in USA, war between Russia and, now it has been almost 2 years, Russia and Ukraine, which do you think? Yes, the male counterpart. Mostly the male counterpart, both in Russia and Ukraine. But Russia has more losing, because why? They have been higher. They have been they have been taken out of from the prison. Prigozhin was killed already. It's a conspiracy. Prigozhin, the Wagner. So some raise with candles, woman with brightening bangles. Bangles means like, I have written Rider to the Sea somewhere else, written by someone. I have written so many, because the woman, they caused their fate because of the sea. It's a very the drama, very nice. Some raise with candles, woman with brightening bangles, some mourned with unknown tones. I was very far away at the top of the hill somewhere else, but I could see that the people were mourning. Mourn means they are for the death of the husbands. Like the Ukraine's wives cried for their husband, and the Russian women cried for their husband for the death of people. But because why? Because the power, because the leader killing. A man in the post, in the leader, killing millions and millions like a baldas, where they sprang from, like a baldas, whether you know or not, because I don't have beyond of that, I don't want to say anymore, okay? So, some raised their candles, women with brightening bangles, some mourned with unknown tones, others comforted with their brides. See? One another, some are comforting. No, don't cry, don't cry. Everything in life is like this. Human being will not live forever. Or it is some will say you are a martyrs. Instead of crying, pray for them. They are the martyrs. They are fighting for the land. They are fighting for the mother. They are fighting for the community. Others will say, hey, I am the Alpha and Omega. There is no one greater than me. I am Alpha and Omega. And that's why I am raising the war. I have a power. I can conquer the world. I want to read this Bhagavad Gita. I have done. I'm showing this Bhagavad Gita also a little bit, but there are so many distractions, But I have been. Let me read this also. But I have gone through something. But comparison to others critic, I don't know, because there are so many Westerners or the Europeans also involved in this. It is said they have given a lot of good advices. But why do every people create every leaders in the world, either from the perspective from the political leaders or the religious leaders, create war? Because they wanted to establish themselves as a superman. What the Nietzsche says, Superman, Nietzsche, read it, Nietzsche. Superman, overman, layman, whatever else he say, because he was frustrated. He doesn't like the chaos and anarchism in the world. Because of that, even discarded, left his religion. At last, he said that God is death. At the end of the day, he died of syphilis. But I don't know why he's being a greatest critic on earth. Why he left the Holy Spirit? He didn't believe. I don't know. And my saying also like that. The world is bizarre in condition. It's a state of bizarre. Right now we are in bizarre because our thought, like 20 years after the World War II, 20 or 30 years, and now it has been almost like 1945. Now it is 2020, like something like 100. But even then, we are born in the midst of that. At that time, when I was fresh, like it was not happen. I've seen the war between like Iraqi war and Iraq and versus Kuwait, and how USA finished Saddam Hussein and the Gaddafi and so many like before that. After that, all the war. No? Everyone to become caliphate, everyone to power. I want to become a king. This. Thank you so much. यति भन्दै थ्याङ्क यू। आजको मैले अघि पनि भनिनँ, मैले चाहिँ यहाँ रेफरेन्स भने कुलीराज कुबलाई खान रोमान्टिक पोएम अफ सुपर नेचरल भने कुबलाई खान सुपर नेचरल मैले लेखेको छु। यहाँ थुप्रो मैले यहाँ रेफरेन्सहरू लिएको छु। तपाईँले अब बुझ्नुहुन्छ भने ठिकै छ, तर being I am here in America and written in English version, every human being, either from the Middle East or wherever you are there at the corner, please subscribe and send your friends. It doesn't mean that by subscribing, the other people say subscribe in TikTok, will say tap. No, this is not the one. I am a singer. I can sing a patriotic song, some locks or some until and all. I am a small son. He also debuted last time. We are doing the best today. Only this much. If I have not fully explained, please write your comment. I have not seen your comment. I have seen one there. What Amish tribe I wrote that poem. One of the guys who is this man? Let me know his address and so. Talk. Okay, my number is 615-516-9816. Once again, I am saying it's a USA code 615 code +1 615-516-9816 615-516-9816, and the email is deeplawati123@gmail.com. DEEPLAWATI123@gmail.com. And Facebook, Twitter, everything is there. Deeps Lauti Facebook, Twitter, you can find easily to me. Thank you so much. We have taken a lot of time. If you have a time, like 47 minutes is very too much hour. 47 minutes, 26 is gone. But sometimes it takes time. Sometimes I might will remain with you for 3 hours also. Some myths are there, like what happened after 1,000 years after. This poetry has written about 15 years ago, but right now it matches with the war between Russia versus Ukraine and Israel versus Palestine. One as a power issue, other as a what? Racial plus religious content, or I don't know. It is we have to learn a lot. I have to go there and perfectly learn. Thank you so much. We have a big volume. I will be reading too much, and next time meeting you soon. Thank you so much. Namaste, नमस्कार सबको जो भी इंडिया में है, आप लोग रीड करिए हिंदी भाषा में। थोड़ा सा हमारा इतना हिंदी आता नहीं। थैंक यू। मैंने बोल दिया पहले। सल्यूट टू नरेंद्र मोदी, देखिए ना हमारा चैनल पे, दिप चैनल में मैंने लिखा, उसको पोस्ट दीजिए। वहाँ जिसको भी है आपके लिए लिखा एक क्या है, पोइट ने, अ डायस्पोरा फ्रॉम भूटान, immersed in Nepal and rested or stayed in Nepal for a long time. But having seen Modi is Modi also. Thank you. Tomorrow I can write about dictatorship. Putin also I can write. Obama I can write. Whatever else right now. Biden also. Anyway, even Elon Musk is referring me. He is writing me today. Thank you so much.